Howdy folks, we should be live. Today is Wednesday, June 4th. It is 12:12 in the afternoon, and it is a rather nice and occasionally rather hot 24 degrees Celsius, and it's supposed to get at least 1 or 2 more degrees hotter than this. But it's certainly feeling a bit more like summer, even though I think it's still technically spring. And I see some people in the chat already. Philip is here, Copper, Gertej, Harjot, Vivian Johnson, Evan, Toronto Moose, Sheena, Jeanette, Marge, Aiden Thompson, McGuire, Stephanie J, YMB Van Life, John Nicholson, and a few others. Brown 42, thanks for tuning in. We've already got 100 people tuned in, and all I've done is sit on a bench and yap. There I am. Thank you again so much for calling. Tuning in. Usually maybe once a week or once every 2 weeks, I skip posting a video in the mornings and I post a live stream. And on that note, I have kind of a different video coming up. I'm not sure if I'm going to post it on this channel or on the Stumbles channel, if it's going to be a morning video or not, but I was working on that yesterday. It's almost all ready to go. That's a video I promised I would make on the Sunday Night Live Stumbles stream. But we are here on Bloor Street West. I'm going to head east a little bit, and then maybe we can keep going east. We can go south at Dundas through Roncy. We could go north through the junction. I don't know. We're just gonna go for a walk and see what's going on. It was too nice of a day to spend the day inside doing nothing. I'm just gonna get my backpack on here. And if I get a little thirsty later on in the stream, I do have a lime sparkling water. No, it is not bubbly. But it is a form of bubbly, I guess. Hopefully everything is looking and sounding good on your end. Marge says I deleted Evan's message. Sorry, that would have been a mistake, Evan. Evan said, hopefully you have some lime bubbly packed. Yeah, sorry guys, that was a butt delete. I had the chat open on my hotspotting phone, and when I slid that into my pocket, but thank you, Evan. Sorry about that. It was not intentional. But this is going east on Bloor. Vroom, vroom. And this is the hottest I've ever streamed at 4K, so we'll have to see if the phone overheats, if the stream just dies. That's probably what happens. I'm just gonna keep pushing my luck until we can't do this anymore. Lisa's here, Jennifer Gala is here. Gertej says the audio is good on your end. Thank you for confirming, Gertej. That's Keel Street on the right and Parkside Drive on the left, with a controversial speed camera that keeps getting ripped down. Because who needs to drive safely? Fuck that. Let's just keep ripping down the speed camera. It's not like several people have been killed on that street due to idiots behind the wheel. Last night, I found my way to a patio. I went to St. Louis or St. Louis. I still don't know which one is correct. Just north of Yonge and Davisville. I ordered 2 pounds of wings because I was a hungry boy. And I had a beer. And when the bill came, I had to do a double take. It was $28. I was expecting it to be a lot more, but apparently they had some kind of deal on that wasn't advertised or on their menu. Everything was half price. So maybe I'll just have to keep going back there on Tuesdays. I thought I was like pulling a fast one. I didn't want to tell the waitress. I was like, isn't that a little too not enough? I was like, no, keep your mouth shut, dummy. Then I looked closer and it said half price. And there is where a Midas repair garage used to be. And on the backside of that was what was known as the Keel Wall. Kind of a big open canvas for artists. I think it would have been a cool gesture if they included a blank canvas on the back of this building. I'm not sure if they did or not. Evan says they're hypocrites. Hypocrites, selfish bastards, whatever you want to call them. Like, there's a crazy trick to not get busted by a speed camera. And you wouldn't believe all you have to do to not get fined. And I think that trick is common knowledge and well known, but oh well. Craig says the Wicket is coming up. Happy hour, 5 to 6 p.m. Monday to Friday. And Pinball Beer Vinyl. Cabin Fever, that looks like a cool place. Catering to a later crowd. Is it officially summer yet? No, I don't believe it is. I think we're still a ways off from it being officially summer. Whelan's Gate. Dynamite Sushi. This is a nice little stretch of Bloor Street. Caked coffee. Great vegan food and patio vibes. Greetings, RD. You have speed cameras hidden in cars. That's another thing. Everyone knows where that speed camera is. Like, it would kill you to slow down and go the friggin' speed limit for a few blocks. Let me get my chat resorted. Greetings, Jillian Felix.
That shit sounds
Oh. Gerald Jones says it's already summer. I don't believe it is. When is the first day of summer?
The first day of summer can be defined in 2 ways. Astronomical summer. This is based on the Earth's orbit around the sun and the summer solstice, which is when the sun reaches its northernmost point in the sky. For the northern hemisphere in 2025, The astronomical first day of summer is Friday, June 20th, 2025.
Friday,
at
June
10:42
20th.
p.m. Eastern Daylight Saving Time, Toronto time. Meteorological summer. This is a simpler definition used by meteorologists for consistent record keeping and is based on the calendar months. Meteorological summer in the northern hemisphere always begins on June.
Chat resorted. Always begins on what? I cut it off, but I don't believe it has started yet. Gertej says this month will be 50 years of Jaws. 21st of June. There we go. Here's the Lithuanian banquet hall. Alicia Lewis. Thank you so much, Alicia Lewis, for the super chat. Hope you're having an awesome Wednesday afternoon. Thank you very much. So what do you guys say? Should we go south through Roncesvalles, or west along Bloor, or north into the Junction? We could also go along Dundas, but I feel like I've been along Dundas in college recently, which is just a few blocks south of here, if you're wondering what I'm talking about. Have I been to the Crown and Dragon for wings? No, I have not. But let's see, what do you guys want? South down Roncesvalles? Straight along Bloor? Or north up through the Junction? Sheena says north. Didn't Ken just go through the Junction in a recent stream? As I stand at the base of the ugliest building in the history of time. Like, you really can't get any uglier than this. Mark says go south and I'll come out and say hi. John Nicholson says Ronci. Jeanette votes for north. Sheena votes north. Well, it looks like going east is out of the running. There's one ugly ass building. A retail, main floor, a few stories of office, an apartment. Well, sorry Sheena and Jeanette, but it looks like you guys have been overpowered. It looks like the vote to the south has won. All right. Azul says east. I had plans on doing a walk through Roncesvalles as a pre-recorded video, but we can push that into the future and just live stream it, I guess. Yeah, going north is neat. There are several blocks where not a whole lot is going on, but once you got to where the Junction gets going, it's a really nice neighborhood to walk through. Rod says go Ronci. The neighborhood no one can agree on how to pronounce. Some say Roncesvalles, some say Roncesville, and some just say Ronci. I'm partial to pronouncing the S myself at the end. There's the fry. Pretty good Korean style fried chicken. How's the air and smoke pollution? I'm not really noticing it. I heard it was bad yesterday. I guess there's like a faint hint of it in the air, but overall, much ado about nothing. There goes a 504 King streetcar. That thing is going to be going on a bit of a ride before it gets to Broadview with all the diversions. There's an excellent little plant shop here on the right, and it looks like these people are picking something up from it. Actually, no. That is sad. The plant shop is closed, and they are removing everything from it. Sorry about that. I've been to that plant shop. Picked up a few things from there. Nicole says, have a great walk. Looking forward to watching it. Thank you, Nicole. As thank you to everyone who has tuned in. Hello to Angelica, Charlotte, and Liam. Well, thanks for watching. Macklem's, Toronto's original baby store. Thank you, Jeanette. Sad to see businesses closing. Yeah, normally when you see that, my first instinct is to look for a little notice saying they're moving to a new location, but sadly that was not the case. I didn't see that. Allergies? No, I just glanced at the sun and got a bit of a sneeze going on. There is where Dundas Street branches off. Dundas is not one continuous street, or it wasn't built as one street. It's really just a series of smaller streets stitched together. That's why Dundas comes south here, and then it starts going east-west again. Take them away, toys. And there's a lot of really lovely tree-lined streets branching off Roncesvalles. And this will lead us down into Parkdale, where we'll have to make a decision. You can go left on Queen, you can go left on King, keep going straight across the Gardner, dance a jig. Well, I think we know where that cop car was heading. Yeah, those were some loud-ass sirens. This was traditionally, it still kind of is, a Polish community. And towards the end of summer, there's a big Polish street festival, usually on the same weekend as the Ukrainian street festival in Bloor West Village. So you could easily plan your day to attend both. Wednesday evening Bible study, 7 p.m. Hey, I got no plans tonight, but I know I will not be at the Westminster Chapel. But after Howard here, Roncesvalles really starts to pick up. You might see a Carlton streetcar roll by. Yeah, Gertej, after sweeping the A's, they lost to a pretty good Phillies team. Ooh, the fire truck. Oh. It was a vehicle fire. That's where the cop went running to. Since I've got the zoom lens, there's really no need to go over there and potentially get in the way of the firemen and the cop. Just trying to do their job. They don't need some... It's me! Friendly viewers? These cops don't need me to get in the way of them here. Evan remembered he has a haircut planned at 7. Vel Koss is here. I'm sure the firemen will finish taking care of that. And then they'll probably get a tow truck involved. Christo says car on fire. Yeah, that's what... Ooh, they're hosing it. That's what it looks like happened. That sucks. It's a way to spoil your day, eh? Just trying to get some things done and your friggin' car catches fire. Here's the Review Cinema, which has a crotchety old owner who wanted to fire the board that was running it. A board that has done a fantastic job. Look at this, they've got programming every single night, except for the 10th when they're closed for a staff party. This is one of the oldest still operating theaters in the city. A League of Their Own, 6:30. Free members only screening, Trailer Trash, Nightmare Summer, Showgirls. There's the local. I went to one of these places that has a backyard patio a long, long time ago. I forget which one. La Cubana patio is open. She said boom. Thank you. for this stretch, most of the retail is on this side of the street. Let me see. Well, my camera isn't too hot. I was not expecting I'd be able to do the 4K thing in this kind of weather. This is a good sign. Johnny, will you consider a walk around Little Manila? Bathurst and Lawrence? I've recorded there the past few years. They usually have a couple of festivals in that area every year. Chocolateria. Remember last year I was recording that area and an SUV next to me, its door popped open and out popped Pierre Polyev. I was literally standing right there, right next to him. That was not what I was expecting. It was an interesting experience. Aw. What a cute doggy. There's a Home Hardware on the left. YMB Van Life asking if my camera at home that I stream with gets hot. It does, but I've never had it overheat. That's one of the things you'll see about that camera. It's a mirrorless, but it doesn't have a fan in it. But I pull the battery out and leave all the flaps open and just run it off of USB power when I live stream, and that seems to be fine. Streaming at, well, it sends a 4K 30 signal to my PC, but I only stream at 1440. So no issues there. I don't use it as a webcam. I use it over HDMI. Apparently, if you put it in webcam mode, the quality's not as good and it tends to heat up. Too bad he didn't have that type of engagement in his own writing. Johnny, you should get a girlfriend, then people can enjoy watching the two of you walk around. I can see my Tinder profile now. Girl wanted for business purposes. Join me on my walks. You can be part security guard, part sidekick. Must have outgoing and charismatic personality. There's a lot of lovely little businesses like this. Kenny says, no joke about it being warm out today. You spent an hour digging out your window aircon and installing it. Yeah, I had my aircon running all night. I've had it running for a while now. And I had my second patio experience last night. Had a cold one and 2 pounds of wings. There's a little patio. That is Bark. I believe that is the place that you don't have to tip. Oh, that is... I wish I was done my stream now. Any gratuity is appreciated, but unnecessary. Can every restaurant please adopt that policy? I've made it a habit to scan the bill, and if they are calculating their tips after tax, fuck them. I'm going to manually calculate a 15% pre-tax tip. And unfortunately, that's like 80% of the restaurants. Greek yogurt bowls, 26 grams of protein. That's a fantastic amount of protein. Kenny the Dragon says you don't have to tip at any restaurant. Well, I feel like if you go to a sit-down restaurant and you have at least an average experience and you don't tip, well, they're probably not going to think too highly of you and talk some shit about you when you leave. If I have to go order myself and stand at a counter and wait for my food, you're not getting a tip unless you go above and beyond. But holy cow, what a gorgeous day. This is High Park Boulevard coming up. Walking into a nice breeze. Christos loves Greek yogurt. Holy cow, almost 500 viewers. Thank you so much, guys, tuning in to this Wednesday afternoon live stream. I go live 3-4 times a week. Do hit the bell if you want to be notified when I go live next. As we get further south, the lines start to blur between Roncesvalles and Parkdale. I think we're still firmly in Roncy right now. I don't know anything about that incident yesterday. I'm just going to the old spaghetti factory. I haven't been there since I was a kid. Right at the Esplanade. There's an iconic Roncesvalles scene. Johnny purchased a bagel. At all costs, as I could always ask Felicity to join me. What's the temperature today? Right now, according to my phone, it is 25 degrees. That guy had a sign that said no sidewalk tariff to walk past him.
Are you a YouTuber?
Yeah, we're live.
Oh, no way.
Yeah, we got 500 people watching.
Oh, that's Awesome Sauce. Wait, can I say hi to him? Hi, guys. I'm Mr. Awesome Sauce. He's a fat one. Wait. What channel do you own?
Johnny Strides?
Chinese Strides?
Yeah.
Johnny Strides. Hi, Johnny Strides. I'm going to watch your live.
This fellow guy right here.
Yeah.
This fellow guy right here.
Can they see me? Johnny Strides.
Yeah.
This fellow guy right here, his name is McCart. He just busted on a driveway.
No, I didn't.
All right.
He likes busting on driveways.
All right. I know what that means. Let's.
No, there's a lady who busted a bottle. And,
Guys,
and then she was like,
I'm
you
joining
can't
your
bust
live.
it.
What's your live on TikTok? No, YouTube. Okay, YouTube.
What is it? What is it?
Chinese stroke.
What? No.
Look.
Oh, God. That's you.
No, wait.
That's us.
What's your live name?
Johnny Strides.
Johnny Strides. This is so cool. That's awesome. We're actually on live. Yeah, that's so awesome sauce, dude.
All right. Well.
How many people are in it?
Follow Eli Patterson. Yeah, follow me on TikTok.
All right. Cheers, guys. Have a good day.
Bye, Johnny Strides. Bye, Chinese stroke.
Buy awesome sauce. And Mike Landry, while I was talking to those guys, I saw your super chat come through. Thank you, Mike, for the super chat. Much appreciated, Mike. Hope you're doing well on the East Coast. Food review stream. Plus 6 followers? Maybe. Well, I lost my... I gotta reset something here on my phone. 1 second. There we go. We got it back. We got it back. Good stuff. Juliano S. DeRoca. Sorry if I mispronounced that. Maybe it's Giuliano. I apologize, but thank you so much. Nice neighborhood and the quality of the video is great. Great job, Johnny. Well, thank you so much for the support and the super chat. Yeah, I like to try to push the quality every now and then. I think I actually don't know anyone else who is streaming live in real life 4K 60 like this literally anywhere. And truthfully, I might not be able to much longer because when I started doing it, some of the developer or people that are close to the developer who work on this app and know it quite intimately told me, there is no way your phone will be able to hold up. It's going to overheat the moment it gets warm outside, and here we are in 25-degree weather, and it's holding up. No need for a fan or anything like that. Maybe the magnetic mount acts as like a heat sink on the phone. I don't know. But thank you for the super and the support. Chopin. European cuisine. Oh, we are in a Polish neighborhood. There's a Gabby's. Half off wings. Dine in with the drink. Baba Bomb says, blows my mind. Everyone doesn't prioritize quality. Everyone has different goals. I mean, this is what I do full time, so it doesn't make sense for me to be complacent. But for some people, they just want to be able to hang out and communicate. And there is such a thing as good enough. I get it. But for me, when I get home and I throw it up on the big OLED TV, I want it to look as nice as possible. I really do that for me. One thing I don't think I'll be doing is ever going back to 30 frames per second streaming. I just find 60 looks so much better, especially when you're live and you're dropping some frames. So 30 can often be closer to 20. Whereas when you're at 60 and you drop some frames, it's still nice and smooth. Although for bike streams, I kind of have to do 30, unfortunately. Johnny purchased some pierogies. I'm gonna be purchasing something. Nice little plant and flower shop. Thank you, Phantom Canuck. Greg says 24 and 30 are for cinematic styles. Yeah, I really don't get 24 frames per second on YouTube. A lot of big YouTubers swear by it and they say it's cinematic, but for like studio stuff and talking head stuff, I just think 30 is better. And it's a multiple of 60 for anything with motion that moves around. Like what I'm doing now, 60 is superior, but 24, especially on a 60 hertz or 100, well, on a 120 hertz screen it makes sense, but on a 60 hertz screen, 24 doesn't, and a lot of people are watching on 60 hertz screens, unfortunately. Stephanie Jackson, $5 for a kombucha or water at Village Juicery. Thank you, Stephanie. I'm not sure, kombucha. I'm not sure if I'll be able to go to the Village Juicery per se, but I'm definitely going to pick something up along those lines. So thank you so much for the $5. All right, YH, thank you for the $2. Mods, feel free to hide that comment. But thank you for the super. Thank you again, Stephanie. Oh, there is the Village Juicery. This is what Stephanie was talking about. Just a little too early for me to have a drink, and with it being so hot, that might heat up in my backpack. If I have a drink now, in 20 minutes from now, I'll be ending the stream to find the little boys' room. But thank you so much. Pearson Fruit Market. Bertej asking, did I eat hot dogs? I went to IKEA. and I was so hungry. I ended up having hot dogs. I had a couple of hot dogs and a sparkling wine. The whole plate. Fat Tony says all Slurpees are $2 all summer long. Not a huge fan of sugar water, but I'm sure that's a good deal for some. The Bazaar. All right, so from Roncy into Parkdale we go. That's me. Hi, you want to be on the stream?
Pleasure to meet you, bub.
Oh, nice to meet you too. Sorry, it's a bit sweaty.
Don't worry about that. Thank God it's sweaty. It's like, yeah, it's
Finally,
summer.
about time, right?
My fear yesterday was you could see the smoke coming in. I was thinking, oh my God.
Yeah.
We're cut off from escape, right? Like going
Yeah.
out in the country and doing 100K, and because you could only exert yourself for a couple of K before your throat is...
Well, it's
Turn
nothing
to
like
it.
last year's wildfires, right?
It was 2 years ago.
Or 2 years ago, yeah.
Yeah, I have trouble remembering too, and in fact, it may have been the year prior as well. But there was 1 year where it was, you go out the door and you could taste
We had
it.
the worst air quality in the world for a week.
That's right. And I'm sure parts of the country still meet that condition. But today, it seems we have a bit of a reprieve.
Yeah.
But it still does not bode positively for the future.
But people are just so happy today. Just get out,
You know what?
ride your bike, go for a walk, get on a patio, do something, right?
You don't get many chances to do it through the years. It was a bitch of a winter, but anyhow, we'll leave it at that. I'll see you
All
online.
right, your first
bud.
name again?
Steven.
Steven. All right, it's good to meet you.
Very good to meet you. I love your stuff, and
Awesome.
It's interesting to see it on screen, like because you've seen that, you've done that, but now it's being caught on screen. That's great.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Well, ride safe. Cheers.
I'll see you in 10,000 kilometers. bud.
All right, take care. Was a very friendly and enthusiastic viewer. WRX Matt says that was last year. Yeah, ever since COVID, every year is just a blur. I can't really recall specific events from specific years. I don't think I'm the only one. But just south of here is Queen Street, as well as the western terminus of King Street. Daniel says, am I already up to over 10K steps today? I doubt it. This is all I've done. Yeah, we are 5380. We are well shy of that. We'll be well over 10 by the time I get home. I gotta finish this stream. I don't know if I'll make a video after this, but I'll find a place to get some lunch and make my way home. And I'll be way over 10 by that point. Fat Tony says, am I walking over to the lake? I don't know. There is a pedestrian bridge that crosses the rail corridor as well as the highway and Lakeshore Boulevard coming up.
Okay, cool. Well, I'm looking forward to seeing you, and then just tell me how your appointments went.
What app do I use to count my steps? It's called Zep. It's connected to my watch. Okay, so we have 3 options here. Left on queen, dog leg left on king, or south over the highway. YH, thank you for the $5. Again, I will not read your comment. Thank you. Trying to walk the line of good and poor taste. I feel like we've done Queen somewhat recently through Parkdale. But you can also walk through Parkdale on King Street, and you can also cross the highway here and head down towards the lake. Jelly bean, $5, sketchy McDonald's super. Thank you, Jelly Bean. Yeah, if you were to make a list of the most sketchy McDonald's in the city, this one would be in the top 3. Queen and Spadina would be in the top 3, and then you could have a fun debate as to what the third one would be. Might be one of the other ones on Yonge. Jeanette, 20 for a tasty protein lunch. Wow, Jeanette, thank you so much. Let me just get across the street here. Thank you, Jeanette. I will most certainly have a lunch featuring a lot of protein, much needed protein. Thank you, Jeanette. Holy crap. And there we have the Sunnyside Beach via the bridge, 5 minutes away. The Palais Royale, 4 minutes. Mark Goodman Trail. Parkdale Village. It says 2 minutes to the right, but it's literally across the street. It's kind of a dumb sign. St. Joseph's Health Center, 4 minutes to the left. Roncesvalles Village and Hyde Park Library to the left. We can take a quick peek at the bridge, I guess. Pat Tony says would make a nice dip, or for a nice dip in the Lake Ontario. Thank you again so much, Jeanette. Cyclists dismount to cross bridge. I would just ride really slowly and cautiously. I wouldn't get off my bike and walk it, even though that's what the sign says what to do. Evan says, thank you so much, Texas Queen. You are a huge supporter and an amazing person. I can vouch for the amazing person part. Look at that construction on the Gardner. or rather the traffic being backed up as a result of the construction. Should we go get a peek at the waterfront? Oh, how nice it is not to be stuck in traffic. So we are getting close to the lake. There's the Palais Royal just down to the left. YH $2, you psych libs sure love breaking the rules. Thanks for the super chat, but if you want to see some rule breaking, why don't you just hang out on one of our streets and watch all these fine people operate their automobiles. Failing to yield, failing to signal, rolling stop signs, cutting people off like crazy. Yeah, it's just the cyclists that break the rules. And when they break the rules, nobody dies. It's funny how that works. It's a pretty stupid argument to make. And if you're going to call me someone who doesn't drive, there's plenty of videos of me driving. I'm doing it live, so if I screw up, I don't have the luxury of deleting it and not uploading it. So good luck trying to call me a hypocrite, but I think I drive relatively safely. All right, let's go get a view of the waterfront. Cam says Johnny Bridge rants. What kind of connection? Oh, we have a decent connection down here. Oh, she's got the best spot. Cost says this park is so pretty. Nice break from the traffic. Justin says the self-checkout rant was hilarious. Let's forget that Sunday night stumble stream never happened. What disease do you get by going for a swim? I don't know. You're gonna be ingesting some of this water, you're definitely not going to be in for a good time. Wesley, $4.99, just curious, is the channel profile pic AI? no comment, but thank you so much for the $4.99. Is it AI if you have to give it 100 prompts and revise it over and over again, telling it exactly what to do? I don't know. You be the judge of that. But thank you, Wesley. Randy lives over the railway. You go to the lake every day. Phantom says, I'm a natural beauty. I don't need AI. I don't know. I've been resisting putting an actual picture of me as my profile picture for a long time. Then I just decided, let's not do that just yet. There's a little beach area we'll go check out just over here before we get moving. But if you're just tuning in, we started up north of here. Fucking bird keeps... A bird just jumped on my head and pecked it really hard. You saw that? I just got attacked. Yeah. I didn't see them. I mean... Yeah, it landed on my head and it started pecking me. I know better now. They must have a nest. Oh, and when that bird pecked my head, I cranked my neck just to be like, what the hell was that? And I really hurt my neck, I think. Because it is really sore right now. It's like I gave myself some kind of whiplash. And I think it took a chunk of skin out of my neck. What the fuck? I'm sure this is just temporary, but my neck is stinging right now. Fucking birds. I'm gonna sit down for a minute. So one bird like landed on my head and it started like pecking me, and that's when I freaked out and I like shook my head to like shake the bird off. And obviously I was a little hard and violent with it because my whole neck is like really, really sore right now. And then a bird was like pecking me here. I think that one was just hovering over me. Ooh. Arab says you can't stop laughing. It's all good. You know, they're just creatures of nature doing what they know what to do to protect their nest. It is what it is. Had I have seen a nest, I certainly wouldn't have just waltzed right in there. But it was just, I just started violently like shaking my head to get this stupid thing off of me. And I must have like just really hurt myself. Iron Low Retrospective says there are these blackbirds with red yellow patches on its wing. They attack around these parts of the boardwalk. Martin says Toronto is a dangerous city. Well, this sucks. Carol says I need a massage. Thanks, birds, for attacking me. All right, let's, I have to go back and do it all over again. Fat Tony says it was a bird. It was so dramatic. Well, when your back is to it and something lands on your head and starts pecking at you, probably as hard as it could. I don't know how you would react, but if you just stood there and did nothing, I'd say you're a proper idiot, so judge me all you want. Stop the video? I don't think it pierced any skin. Oh well. I'm just gonna hope I don't wake up sore tomorrow. Although the part where it pecked me on my like skull or scalp, whatever you want to say, has like a sharp pain to it right now, on top of what's in my neck.
Settle into remove contact.
Don't those birds know who you are? Rude. I think that's where it was, right? No, it was this one. There's got to be a nest in like that tree. Evan just sent a $50 PayPal for dinner. You deserve it. Holy crap, I got a PayPal notification as well. Evan. Ooh. Do not go in there. Thank you, Evan. Thank you so much for the $50. Holy shit, that's a very, very generous and much appreciated donation. Thank you so much, Evan. We're gonna get out of here. My screen brightness went down. Of all the things that have happened to me live streaming, that's certainly a first. And I think the reason I shook my head is in my right hand I had my gimbal, in my left hand I had my phone. So rather than try to like brush off whatever was on my head with my arms or my hands, I just shook my head. And that was a stupid, stupid reaction. Lisa says, still going? You missed all the fun. I got attacked by birds. All right, we're gonna go back over to Parkdale. I was thinking we could walk that way for a bit, but I kind of feel like going back into Parkdale. Pat 75, it wasn't a crow, it was just a little thing, but I felt both of its feet plant on my head and then pow, 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 just some seriously strong pecks. Duncan Mayer, $2. Where's that YH guy? He is hilarious. Well, Oh, Quinton Mayer, thank you for the $2. I believe YH is in a penalty box. And thank you for the $2. As we make our way back over the bridge. There goes the GO train. Well, this is one of those things I'll either wake up tomorrow morning and forget that it happened, or I'll be instantly reminded that it happened the first time I try to move my neck. Seagull 2 minutes for instigating. Johnny is running for his life. I see what you did there. Let's make our way over towards Dufferin. We'll take King. Here goes a 504 King streetcar, making a not so direct route to Broadview Station. We'll be diverting around the financial district and King and Church. Dog Mama, you're probably right. I think we can walk over by the highway. I'm not sure if this is the more peaceful or less peaceful route. Brad Palmer is here. Greetings, Brad Palmer. Matthias, I believe you are doing what we call stating the obvious. Thank you, Jenny Kurtzkamp. Did this bird break skin? I checked my head for bleeding. I didn't feel anything. One of them nipped my neck pretty good, but again, it seems to be okay. I'm just glad nothing pecked an eye, although I am wearing sunglasses, so I guess it's not much of a concern. At the stream at St. Joseph's, I don't feel like spending 18 hours in an emergency waiting room. I'm pretty sure I'll be A-okay, just a little sore. Jan says there's really bad air quality where you live. Yeah, Cam, when I sat down, I took a little selfie of my neck. It looks fine. Just a little scratched. Hey, there's a bike share coming up. Adopt a cat and return to the crime scene. We'll be fine. Let's just move on with the stream. We're gonna try to get to Dufferin. I should have enough battery to get us there. Oh, we're gonna be eating poultry the rest of the day. Greetings, Mr. Mountain Hiker. There's a look towards Mimico. Are the city electric bikes any good? I find the city bikes are kind of big and clunky, but I imagine the electric ones are pretty decent. As we go east on King Street West. Links Living Properties. There's a lot of really lovely old homes. Thanks, Baba Bomb. It is turning into a hot one. Again, I'm shocked we haven't had an overheating issue with the phone. Harjeet. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, followed by some letters. Thank you for the 149, Harjeet. Thank you very much. Quentin Mayer, $2. Anyone know Elon's ketamine supplier? All right, I'll give you a chuckle on that one. Thank you so much for the $2. Quentin will call you. I have my doubts. This is Dowling Avenue. There's a pedestrian crossing over towards the lake on the other side of Dowling. Greetings, Lee. Thanks for joining in. If you're just tuning in, we're going west on King Street through Parkdale. One of two main east-west routes through Parkdale. This would be the lesser of the two, if you want to put it that way. Queen Street. It's a very lively retail stretch. Tiana, $6.99. So sorry to hear you were traumatized earlier. Here's some money for a sweet treat. Tiana, 13. Thank you so much. I don't know if traumatized is quite the right word for it, but that was definitely something. I've got a pretty nasty kink in my neck right now. As soon as I'm done this stream, I'm gonna find a local spot to get some lunch. Maybe reconsider some of my decisions in life. If I'm feeling up to it, I might make another video or just head home. Thank you again, Tiana, as we get to Jameson Avenue. The budgie used to sit in front of one ear and screech as loud as she could. Johnny, make it a short, it'll go viral. It's just me running. I don't think I caught any of the action. I going east or west? We are very much going east. Well, Toronto east. It's not true east, but east enough. Greg says the bird buzzed in front of the camera. Okay, this is Post Avenue. Was this the street? One of these streets was closed off and was a big yard sale on Saturday. I wanted to come, but by the time I was ready to leave my apartment, it was like 3 or 3:30 and the street sale was closing at 4. I wouldn't have made it. Music says people need to stop standing in the middle of the sidewalk. Yeah, people that are unaware of the space they're occupying or are just blatantly inconsiderate kind of drive me nuts. Do as this lady is doing in front of me, just walk to your right. It's not rocket science. If you have to stop, step over. Evan gifted 5 memberships. Holy cow, Evan. Your support has been amazing. Welcome aboard, Van Gambler, Bob the Bomb, Greg, Sweet Cheeks, and Alicia Lewis. Let me just get across the street here. Thank you so much, Evan. Thank you for your multiple gestures of support. There was a large PayPal from you as well earlier in the stream. Thank you, Evan, and welcome aboard to our 5 new channel members. Thank you so much. Come on down to Funky Town, folks. Welcome to membership, everyone. Please make sure to check out new exclusive members-only content under perks. Yeah, I've started uploading the members-only videos as just that, members-only videos. And if you're a Patreon supporter, I upload those videos now directly to Patreon. There's a ghost bike here. Always sad to see, and for the most part, very unnecessary in terms of the circumstances that would have led up to that. Oh, this is the street, Cowan Avenue. So I wanted to come here on Saturday and check out the street sale. Mike says, love the perks. Yeah, maybe I should do a few more perks. Yeah, I've been to that bar in the corner. I typically do about 1 members video a month and 1 update. The Sand Trap, Golf Simulator and Lounge. Is Spencer Avenue. beer sold here. It's about time, corner stores had that option to sell. It made no sense that only supermarkets that were willing to pay a massive licensing fee were allowed. I saw your comment, Lisa. Yeah, mods, if you think someone's breaking the rules, just hit them with a big timeout. I got enough on my plate trying not to trip over my shoelaces and get attacked by birds. Alicia Lewis, 99 cents. Alicia Lewis, thank you so much, Alicia. That is definitely much appreciated. Cheers to you, Alicia. All right, food op. Oh, there's a Wendy's. Maybe I'll treat myself. I haven't had Wendy's in a long time. But there's also a Mexican restaurant, and I think they have a special in front. I'm gonna go check that out. See what their lunch special is. I can't read that sign from here. But I've got options. I see two good options. Popeyes, I'll pass on that. It's between Wendy's and that Mexican place so far. What else do we have? Oh, there's a Firehouse Subs. All right, you guys don't have to worry about me. I'll be well fed for lunch. Pit Stop Burger, burgers, fries, poutine. There's a shawarma restaurant. There used to be a McDonald's and a Burger King right on this intersection, and now there's a Wendy's and a Firehouse. Ooh, Firehouse. That might be calling my name. Let's cross the street. So we've made it to my destination, Dufferin and King. And if I'm up to it, I might just carry on with a walk going west along King. It's been a while since I've been to this part. And if I'm not feeling up to it, I'll hop on a Dufferin bus. But I want to thank everyone for tuning in. You guys have been awesome with your support today. Thank you, Jeanette, for the very generous donation towards a protein-packed lunch. Thank you, Evan, as well, for another one, as well as the 5 new memberships and everyone else who sent support. Huge thanks to our mods. Don't forget to like, subscribe, hit the bell, yada yada. Like, dislike, do one of them. It's all good. Yeah, you guys are awesome, and it's time for me. We are serving Nepali authentic momo. Oh, it's this place. I thought that sign was for the Mexican. They're not even open. I'm not really in a momo mood. I love me some momo. That's not really what I'm feeling like Jelly Bean, $40, first aid and a new hat at the buzzer. I decided not to wear the hat today. Maybe that was if I wore the hat, that whole bird attack thing would have gone down a lot differently, wouldn't it have? But thank you so much, Jelly Bean. I don't know what I need in terms of first aid, but I'm gonna hit a restroom first thing and do a nice thorough hand washing, that's for sure. I'm gonna debate Firehouse Subs and Wendy's. So again, thank you so much, guys. Thank you to everyone who sent support, including Jelly Bean at the buzzer. Kind of maybe feeling a sub. Seems to lean a little bit healthier than the other options. All right, guys, have an awesome Wednesday. Mine's certainly been interesting, eh? Yoink. Just as I was shutting down my streaming camera, Lee sent a super chat. Thank you. Lee, I'm not going to be able to bring it back again after this, but thank you so much, Lee. And again, thank you, everyone. Have an awesome Wednesday.